Welcome to Peaceful Sleep Stories. Tonight's story is called The Quiet Tea Shop. We'll spend a peaceful afternoon in a small, cozy tea shop, enjoying a perfect cup of tea and the simple pleasure of a quiet moment. Nothing needs to happen, just rest and warmth and peace. Get comfortable. Close your eyes if you'd like. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Let's begin. It's a Wednesday afternoon in late October and you're walking down a narrow side street in the older part of town. The air is cool but not cold, and the sky is that soft grey color that means rain might come later, but for now it's just pleasantly overcast. You're looking for a place to rest, to warm up, to sit quietly for a while, and then you see it, a small tea shop tucked between a bookstore and an antique shop. You've passed this street many times but somehow never noticed this place before. The shop is tiny with a bow window that looks out onto the street and a dark green door with a brass handle. Through the window you can see warm light and a few small tables. It looks perfect, exactly what you need. You push open the door and a small bell chimes softly above your head. Immediately you're wrapped in warmth. The shop is heated just right, not too hot but wonderfully cozy after the cool street outside. And the smell, oh, the smell is incredible. Tea and spices and something baking, all mixing together into the most comforting scent imaginable. The shop is small and intimate. There are only 5 tables, each one covered with a white cloth. The walls are painted a soft cream color and lined with shelves holding hundreds of tins of tea. The lighting is gentle, coming from small lamps on each table and from candles flickering here and there. Only 2 of the tables are occupied, an elderly woman reading a newspaper in the corner and a young couple speaking quietly near the window. Everyone looks peaceful, absorbed in their own quiet activities. Behind a small counter stands a woman in her 50s with kind eyes and silver-streaked hair pulled back in a bun. She smiles at you as you enter. "Good afternoon," she says softly. "Would you like a table?" You nod and she gestures to a table near the back, away from the door. It's perfect, tucked into a quiet corner with a view of the whole shop but also private and cozy. You sit down and she brings you a menu, though she doesn't hurry away. "Take your time," she says. "I'll come back in a moment." The menu is simple and handwritten, listing dozens of teas organized by type. Black teas, green teas, white teas, oolongs, herbal blends. Each one has a small description. You read through them slowly, enjoying the words. Yunnan golden needle, smooth and sweet with hints of honey. Jasmine pearl, delicate green tea scented with night-blooming jasmine. Chamomile mint, soothing herbs for peaceful moments. The chamomile mint sounds perfect. Soothing herbs for peaceful moments. Yes, that's exactly what you need right now. The woman returns and you place your order. "Excellent choice," she says warmly. "I'll bring that right out for you." While you wait, you look around the shop. The shelves of tea tins are beautiful. Some tins are plain and functional, but others are decorative, painted with flowers or patterns or Chinese characters. Each one holds a different tea from a different part of the world. It's like having the whole world's tea traditions gathered in this one small shop. The woman returns carrying a tray. On it is a small ceramic teapot, pale blue with a pattern of white clouds. There's a matching cup and saucer, a tiny pitcher of honey, and a small plate with 2 butter cookies. Here you are, she says, setting everything carefully on your table. Let it steep for 4 minutes. I'll leave the timer here. She places a small hourglass on the table, one of those old-fashioned sand timers. You turn it over and watch the sand begin its slow descent. The teapot sits on the table, steam rising gently from its spout. You can already smell the tea, the soothing scent of chamomile and the fresh coolness of mint. It smells like calm, like comfort, like everything will be okay. You watch the sand timer. It's mesmerizing the way the sand falls, grain by grain, never hurrying, never slowing, just constant and steady. There's something deeply peaceful about it. Time made visible. Time made tangible. When the last grain of sand falls through, you pour the tea. It comes out a pale golden green, clear and beautiful. The steam rises, carrying that wonderful scent. You add just a small drizzle of honey from the pitcher and stir it gently with the small silver spoon provided. You lift the cup to your lips and take your first sip. The tea is perfect, hot but not too hot. The chamomile is gentle and slightly sweet, the mint is cool and refreshing, and the honey adds just a touch of smoothness. It warms you from the inside, spreading through your chest and stomach, easing away any tension you didn't even realize you were carrying. You set the cup down and take one of the butter cookies. It's simple but excellent, buttery and slightly sweet, crumbly and perfect with the tea. You eat it slowly, taking small bites, letting it melt in your mouth. The shop is so quiet. You can hear the gentle murmur of the couple's conversation, but their words are indistinct, just a peaceful background sound. You can hear the soft rustle of the elderly woman turning pages of her newspaper. You can hear the quiet hiss of the kettle in the back room, ready for the next pot of tea. And underneath it all, very faintly, there's music playing. Something classical and soothing, barely audible, but adding to the peaceful atmosphere. You sip your tea slowly, in no hurry to finish it. Each sip is warm and comforting. Between sips you hold the cup in both hands, letting the warmth seep into your palms. It's one of life's simple pleasures, holding a warm cup on a cool afternoon. Through the window you can see people passing by on the street outside. They're walking quickly, heads down, busy with their errands and destinations. But you're here in this warm, quiet space with all the time in the world. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. Just this, sitting, sipping tea, being warm and comfortable and at peace. The second cookie is just as good as the first. You eat it even more slowly, making it last, pairing each bite with a sip of tea. The combination is perfect, sweet and savory, warm and soothing. Your teapot is still half full. You pour yourself another cup, watching the golden green liquid fill the cup again. It's still hot, still fragrant, still perfect. Good tea doesn't rush. It gives multiple cups, each one as satisfying as the first. You notice details about the shop that you didn't see before. The way the afternoon light, even filtered through clouds, creates soft shadows on the white tablecloths. The collection of vintage teacups, displayed on a high shelf, no two alike, each one pretty in its own way. The small vase on your table with a single late season rose, deep red and perfect. The shop feels timeless. It could exist in any decade, any century even. Tea shops like this have existed for hundreds of years, offering the same simple comfort they're offering now. A warm drink, a quiet space, a moment of peace. You finish your second cup and pour a third, the last one the pot will give. This cup is slightly lighter in color than the first two, a bit more delicate in flavor, but still good, still soothing, still exactly what you need. The elderly woman finishes her newspaper, folds it carefully, and stands to leave. She nods to the owner as she passes the counter, clearly a regular customer. The bell chimes softly as she exits. Now it's just you and the young couple in the shop, and they seem to be finishing up too, gathering their coats and bags. Soon you'll be the only customer, but that's fine, perfect even. This kind of solitude is precious, being alone in a beautiful space, being the sole recipient of its peace and quiet. You drink the last of your tea, savoring every drop. When the cup is empty, you sit for a moment longer, just being, just resting in this peaceful space. Eventually, you know you should go. You've been here almost an hour. The sand timer on the table has been turned over and has run through twice more since your tea steeped. But it's been a perfect hour, an hour of rest and warmth and quiet. You stand and bring your tray to the counter. The owner smiles at you. Did you enjoy the tea? It was perfect, you tell her, and you mean it completely. I'm so glad, she says. Come back any time. We're always here. You pay for your tea and cookies. The price is modest, more than fair for what you've received, which isn't just tea, but peace itself. You pull on your jacket and prepare to step back out into the cool afternoon. At the door, you pause and look back at the shop one more time. The warm light, the shelves of tea, the empty tables waiting for the next customer who needs a moment of calm. You'll remember this place. You'll come back. This is exactly the kind of sanctuary everyone needs. A small, quiet space where time slows down and nothing is demanded of you except that you sit and sip and rest. The bell chimes as you open the door. The cool air touches your face, refreshing after the warmth inside. But you carry the warmth with you, the warmth of the tea, the warmth of that peaceful hour, the warmth of knowing that such places exist in the world. You walk back down the narrow street toward the busier main road. The afternoon is progressing toward evening. You can see lights coming on in shops and houses. Soon it will be time for dinner, for the evening routines, for winding down toward night. But for now, you're warm and calm and content. The tea has done its work. The quiet has seeped into you. You feel more peaceful than you did an hour ago, more centered, more able to handle whatever comes next. This is the gift of a good tea shop, not just tea but transformation. You enter tired and restless, you leave calm and renewed. And tonight, when you're ready for sleep, you'll remember this afternoon. The warm cup in your hands, the golden green tea, the quiet shop with its shelves of tea tins and its gentle light. The peace you found there, and that memory will help you drift into sleep, wrapped in the same warmth, the same calm, the same perfect peace. Everything is well, everything is warm, everything is exactly as it should be. Rest now, rest like you rested in that quiet tea shop. Rest completely, peacefully, deeply, and sleep. Thank you for visiting the quiet tea shop with me. May you carry that warmth and peace into your dreams. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next story.